taking the blackness of fear. The lakes of the darkness so deep that God at the start couldn't bear. And sit unseen with only the inner upheld. Your reflection can't offer light to the bliss of not knowing yourself. Without mirroring gone from the world. It's your giving, it's your giving. Not living, find a way to live in you. Your heart is such darkness. I feel it in the corners of the rooms. I said we're going, I want to lose me. I won't fade away too. As it closer, I could be lost. No more than I was away. I wanna run against the world that's turning out. Look so bad that I break the norm. I wanna be young. I wanna run so far, beat the morning before the darkness falls. I love the sun. You wanna die? It is very, very good to see you on this absolutely fine evening. Thank you so much for joining me. Sometimes trying to see from under red in my eyes. No better version of me I could pretend to be. Totally finished with what the most familiar swine. Reasons are empty and mine. But I know in the wild. Left away from my feeble escape. Another version of me I would rather be tonight. Lord, you found me just in time. When my meaning pressed you so Oh, if I could actually, I just want to say, I just want to offer, while I have you, I just want to offer a personal thank you, if I could. If I could hear an enormous round of applause for the incredible Alison Russell who opened up this show. It is such a joy and an honor, and it's just a wonderful thing to be sharing these shows with Alison Russell. She's an incredible artist, someone who I admire so much, and just a dear friend also. And thank you for being such a wonderful audience for Alison Russell. If you know this one, I'd love to hear you with me. There's something tragic about you. Something so romantic about you. You sound great, Clarkson. Yeah. You still feeling good? You're all well? You look well. You look good. Yeah. If you're up for it, I'm just gonna start us off with a bit of a warm-up. You think you're up for joining me just for a couple of notes? Just one or two notes. You'll be home by 8. You'll be able to drive home. It's not called Francesco. Do you think I'd give up? But this might assure the love from me. That I was on the brink. How could you think, darling, I'd scare so easily? Now that it's done, there's not one thing that I would change. My life was a start since I was born. How could I feel any hurricane? Someone asked me at the end. I tell him, put me back in it. What? You still feeling good? Somebody here is asking me to play rock, paper, scissors for a pick. I'm just going to give you one. Is that okay? Yeah, good catch. It's amazing. And it's only because I'm very, very competitive and I hate to lose in front of such a crowd. I'm just kidding. This one was from the first record. That's a fun one. You still feeling good? There's a man here holding a t-shirt that says, "I wish Hozier was real." Thank you very much. I wake up every single day thinking the same thing. I have to say at this point in the set, what I can only describe as a figment of your collective imagination. As long as, if you all start, please don't do this, because if you all think of like a blue elephant or a pink elephant all at the same time, I promise you, you will be asking for refunds. So the fact that I'm still here means that one person at least is ruining it for everyone else, really, is keeping this gig going. So thank you so much. I swam a lake of fire, I walked across the floor of any sea, ignored the vastness between all that can be seen and all that we believe. So I thought you were like an angel to me. It's funny how true colors shine in darkness and in secrecy. Was it over a month ago, 2 months ago? Time is meaningless to me. I only exist when people are thinking of me. So basically, I kind of wrote this during early, and if we can all collectively remember, and then very quickly forget what the early parts of the pandemic were like. Okay, so that's done. And so I was living alone in the countryside in County Wicklow, and which is a very, very nice place to spend quiet time. And I kind of just wrote this song, trying to make sense of that sense of distance, that newly arrived that distance that was between people, and that sense of loss and powerlessness that was kind of hanging in the air, you know, and wanting to be away from that time as much as possible. And but it's a special song for me, as it's the first one that I got to share with the incredible Alison Russell, who joins us on the road. It was a very, very sweet time. As Alison, whose work I love so much, Alison also invited me to sing on a beautiful song on her album, The Returner, called Requiem, which was a really, really sweet little song exchange. Which is an album which, in this nice little family, our wonderful Larissa Maestro was also. shocked by the lake, the world lying fallow, and you are apart from me. Everything in my vision is movement and life. Riverboat, wheelbarrow, wildflower and barley. Springtime in the country. I can smell summer on its breath. Sincerely. It took me by surprise, and thank you so much. Thank you. She likes to go here in my ashes anyway. Played from the bedside, Stella by starlight. It was my heart, the drums inside of her hand. The same kind of let me put thank you. Sincerely. Clarkson. This song is one of the first I ever released. It was on my first EP. Just over like 10 years ago. But as I said, time really doesn't register with me. And this, if you know it, I would love to hear. I'd love to hear you with it. It's a song called Cherry Wine. Very lucky to have her. I kind of wrote this song just to remind myself of the small things that people do and contribute every day that can sometimes make a huge difference and oftentimes have impacts beyond that of which we imagine when we do it, you know. And also to remind myself of the legacy and everything that we have to be thankful for with regards to protest, you know, and the spirit of direct action, you know. And there's so much about our lives, our everyday lives, that we take for granted, that we don't really celebrate. We just kind of look over, but it was once upon a time had to be fought for very, very hard by people getting together, working together, organizing and pushing for something, you know, something that we today enjoy. As you know, Mavis Staples and her brothers and sisters and her father, Pop Staples, they used to sing before speeches during the American Civil Rights Movement here in the 1960s, right? And, why that was of some particular interest to me, I'm an Irishman, I come from Ireland, is that civil rights movement that happened here directly inspired and directly impacted a civil rights movement that happened very, very shortly afterwards in Northern Ireland. At a time and place where not every citizen had the right to vote. And I think too, when you want to talk about those small ways in which people show up for each other every single day, and we do it for our parents, we do it for our friends, we do it for our kids, where we just are an honest witness to each other's experience, and we say, hey, I see it, and I'm here. I see what you're going through, and I'm not going to abandon you in that. And I'm here, you know. And people do that every single day, and we do it when we bear honest witness to the experience of someone around us, someone that we love. And there's nothing complicated, and there's nothing hard about it. But I think when people do that all together in one direction, I think history has changed forever. Sincerely. There's nothing lofty or too high concept about it. It's just people being like, you know what, I want better for you. I would want better for my neighbor. I would want better for my loved ones. And maybe something that was abstract to me has become real because I see it in the experience of my parents. I see it in the experience of my kids. I see it in the experience of my siblings, you know. And I think that's what happened when everybody in our collective societies decided that everybody needs to have the right to vote. Should have the unalienable right to vote, you know. And we take it so much for granted that women have the right to vote, but that once upon a time had to be fought for tooth and nail. And we forget this also, but it's within living memory that women weren't able to open a bank account in our collective societies without a male guardian signature. And that's true. And I think that's what happened when people in our collective societies also recognized the experience of people in their society and said, you know what, we would want women to have control over their reproductive systems and have full reproductive rights. Something that Ireland only achieved in 2018. And, or how people would recognize, you know what, we want our LGBTQ plus siblings to have the same rights as us, you know? And I genuinely think at the core of people, there's a lot of generosity, there's a lot of good, you know? And in the same way we know and we recognize we wouldn't want to see our neighbors or our loved ones in fear of hatred waiting for them around the corner. We wouldn't want to see them subject to racism. We wouldn't want to see them subject to Islamophobia or anti-Semitism. I think that people, on the whole, are good, you know, and I'll die on that hill. And it's like in the 1980s, there was a lot of protests, and I know protest is in the news quite a lot recently. But there was a lot of student protests in the 1980s, a lot of divestment protests. People recognized what was going on in apartheid South Africa. And they said, you know what, that's not right. I'm not going to buy products from apartheid South Africa, or from a system that profits off apartheid. And investment drew out very quickly out of apartheid South Africa, and lo and behold, it is no longer an apartheid state. You know. And in the same way how students and people all over the world, I know a lot of students at the moment are doing it, are just saying, you know what, we would want to be represented in that same human empathy and represented in that same human compassion, in that same honest witness, and we wouldn't want to see the type of violence that we're seeing on our TV screens. We wouldn't want to see anybody subject to that type of violence, that type of indiscriminate bombing. In particular, the type of assault that Rafa is facing over the last few days. We wouldn't want that for anybody. We would not want that for any human being, and it doesn't matter if you're Palestinian or if you're Israeli, but we would want to see freedom and safety and security for every single person. And that would mean seeing a Palestine free from occupation, free from violence, and free to pursue meaningful statehood and self-determination. And I would just say, if you feel moved to contact your representatives and ask them to represent you on that basis and in that empathy and in that human compassion, I so encourage you to do so. Yeah. And thank you. And as I said, I come from Ireland. Ireland faced it has its own history with occupation, its own history with colonial violence. Is there anybody here with Irish ancestry? And the peace that I grew up in a peaceful Ireland. And that peace process was two communities coming together and realizing the peace was better. After centuries of occupational violence and sectarianism, centuries, hundreds of years. And that peace process was something that was brokered also by the United States and the Clinton administration at the time. And a lot of people, just like I see a lot of people move today, were also moved by wanting to see peace at that time. And America stepped in and was a big part of that peace process, and I'm the net beneficiary of that today. So that's something I'm incredibly grateful for, you know. But there was an Irish revolutionary by the name of James Connolly, and he once wrote that there is no revolution complete without its poetical expression. Just its poetical expression. How it expresses itself poetically. And Mavis Staples has always, to me, embodied the poetical expression of a revolution of love and kindness and that same honest witness. And I'm blessed to be torn with Alison Russell, who I have to say embodies that same poetical expression of a revolution of radical inclusion and acceptance and love. And these things are powerful. And that's what this kind of song was about. It's just those contributions and how they make a fucking difference, you know. Hey. Stop the waking, it's alright. Enormous round of applause. I want to say thank you one more time for the incredible Alison Russell. Please join me in welcoming the stage one more time. Give it up to the incredible Alison Russell, folks. Let the counterweight face the burning heat. I just think about my baby.